Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Karisma from Islamic University Ogan Komering Ilir, UNISKI, English Study Program Semester 3. In this video, I will present a journal entitled An Analysis of Student Difficulties in Comprehending Narrative Text by Desi Savitri, Fitri Novia, and Rahmanita. Okay, let's go into the explanation. The first one is abstract. The objective of this study was to find out student difficulties faced by the 8th grade student at SMP N3 Tanjung Raja in comprehending English reading text. For the research methods, where this method is carried out, the SMP N3 Tanjung Raja. The method was used to describe qualitative research. This research was conducted on all the 8th grade students of SMP N3 Tanjung Raja, and the sample obtained in this study found 55 students. In this journal, research using multiple choice data collection techniques. Of course, it will be easier and more practical. In this journal, there are also the results of research that has been carried out as follows. Alright, let's move on to the introduction. In the introduction to this journal, there are several opinions about the meaning of reading, which is as follows. Reading is one of the 4 basic skills to be taught for the students according to Halid. Reading is the activity between the reader and the reader's idea, where the reader sets his idea in the written symbols and then the reader catching the idea in reading is one activity that cannot be reached in our lives to sense for information or knowledge from textbooks, articles, magazines written in English. In addition to the opinions above, there are also all the more detailed opinions about reading. According to Mardianti and Howatung, the teaching of reading is very important because it helps the student to have more skill in comprehending and interpreting the content of an English text. In addition, reading is one of the most important means by which we collect knowledge or information for the world around us. So, it can be concluded that reading is an important activity of the learning is a live and it is an effort to acquire language, communicate with the text and can be above someone writing, speaking, listening, grammar and any other subject. Through comprehension in addition, reading can not be separated from comprehension. So based on the interview towards some students of SNPN Tanjung Raja, the research found that the students agreed that reading comprehension is difficult to understand. That is approved by the student achievement in comprehending reading narrative text. The students knew that it happened because of some factors such as the teacher's strategy in teaching reading was not interesting and made them bored. The students were not familiar with the topic, then the students were still the lack of vocabulary, grammatical punctuation. Okay, in this journal there are also the opinions about the student problem in reading. Shen and Shen state the most learners have reading problems because they lack the specific strategies necessary for efficient reading. Besides, Duyanti mentioned that there are 4 problems that the student facing in finding main idea of the text. There are the first, lack of interest toward reading, the second, lack of background knowledge, the third, lack of vocabulary, and onward on the part of the paragraph. Okay, maybe that's all for this journal review. For the full journal, you can use the link that have the embedded. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.